Well, I suppose it would help if I unmuted us. Hello and welcome
Hello.
to WrestleMania Backlash predictions. Why is your name not showing up? Okay, what? Why can't I see your name on here? Oh, darn it! Hold on. Edit. Okay. Oh, darn, it's not showing it for whatever reason. I wonder if I need to take this out of here. All right, first time trying to do this. I don't know why it's. Oh, there we go. There we go. It is WrestleScope. It is John from WrestleScope and the very first appearance of WrestleScope Jr. Noah, that's right. And we are going to talk to you about WrestleMania Backlash. And yes, I guess it is trending on Twitter that's the name. It's not just Backlash. As always,
yikes.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad, isn't it? Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel like 118 other people have done. We're only 882 subscribers away from 1,000 and monetizing this channel. So we're getting close. We're getting close. And obviously hit the notification bell as well, so you can stay up to date on everything that's going on. We've got Hunter checking in. How's it going, Hunter? And yes, R.I.P. New Jack. New Jack, the news came out a little bit earlier that he passed away due to a heart attack. So thoughts and prayers going out to all of his friends and family. All right, but we are going to kick things off. And surprisingly, they did not add anything new onto the show after SmackDown tonight. Another entertaining SmackDown. I will do a review on the WrestleScope weekly show tomorrow, but I want to focus in on our predictions. That's right. And the main job here tonight, actually, if I could find it, what did I do with it? Where did it go? I got to bring out, and I'm going to have to update the picture now. The picture needs to get updated, but we have to bring out. Oh, we're upside down.
Wrong way.
Yep, the wrong way. The Good Egg Championship belt. That's right. Has not made an appearance in a while. I gotta fix where my camera is too, so I'm. I don't look like I'm so far away. I feel like I look like I'm so far away here, but as my fans and followers know, I do a lot of following of Wrestle Talk. The guys over there, and it is El Fakador, Lori Blake, who is the Jam That champion for Wrestle Talk, and I am still trying to get in. Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to get in. I gotta move this filter. Let me get rid of that. Okay, still trying to get in as a challenger for him. And Wrestle Talk and Wrestling Daily's own little nugget himself, Louis Dangor, is challenging. And I've written down their predictions that they made on their stream. And my goal tonight, this weekend, is to beat both of them in the predictions. And I'm feeling pretty confident on it, actually. I really am. And I think I know where the victory is going to come. And Noah, you and I talked about this earlier today, and I'm going to bring it up in the stream right now. Let's go ahead and start off with... let's see. We shall go with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. It is the champions, the Dirty Dogs, taking on the father-son team of the Mysterios. And tonight on SmackDown, for the second week in a row, we saw Dolph Ziggler lose a singles match to a Mysterio. And obviously, they have been pushing heavily for the last 6-7 weeks that Dominik and Rey Mysterio will be the first ever father-son duo to end up winning tag team championships. And I think just the way that they are pushing this and promoting this, you got to get Dominik and Rey the win here. I really think they've got the momentum, though. You know, with singles victories the last 2 weeks over Dolph Ziggler, does that really mean that the champs are going to lose the titles?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But they haven't had a good run yet, Dolph and Roode. They haven't done like anything.
Very true. But You could say that most of the champions haven't really done, outside of the two singles champions, haven't done much. I am going to go with, I want to go with the Mysterios here, but I think the logic behind this has been you need to have a babyface team win because the Usos at some point in time are going to win the tag team titles.
Yep.
But based on what happened tonight on SmackDown, it's obvious that the infighting between Jimmy and Jay and Roman is not over yet. So I'm thinking there's going to be some shenanigans here. We're gonna see a retention from the Dirty Dogs, but this feud is not over yet. Something's going to end up happening. We're at Money in the Bank, which is the next pay-per-view. We're going to see a rematch with some sort of a special stipulation, and that's where Ray and Dominik are going to win. Or WWE could be waiting for a crowd. And we already know that it's already been announced, I believe, July 16th, SmackDown is going to be live in front of a crowd. I know that's still a couple of months out, but maybe they're going to hold out on this. I'm going to go with the Dirty Dogs retaining in this match. What do you think, Noah?
I don't know. You kind of convinced me to maybe change my opinion on who's going to win. I was going to go with Dominik and Ray because what else would they do with them if they lose? But as you were saying, Jimmy and Jay having a feud against each other right now. So I think I'm going to have to change my opinion and go with you.
You're going to go with the Dirty Dogs?
The Dirty Dogs.
Because, all right.
Yeah, I think they'll feud and then Jimmy and Jay will come back. But there's stuff going on, I think, between them right now that they won't tag team.
Absolutely. Let's stick with SmackDown here. We're going to switch over to the SmackDown Women's Championship, a match I'm very excited for, and the build has been absolutely fantastic for this. It is the new champion, Bianca Belair, taking on the former champion, the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion in history. That is Bayley. And again, the build for this has absolutely been fantastic. So much better than Sasha Banks and Bianca leading into WrestleMania. There is no way on earth Bianca Belair drops this title this early. No way. I think it's going to be a great match. I think this is a match that really could be up there as possibly a top 1 or 2 of the night. But Brian, always pick opposite of the pops, huh? Not necessarily. Not
for this one. I think Bianca is going to retain as well because Bayley didn't wrestle at WrestleMania. So I think they're going to keep going on this feud, though.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. This is one that I would love to see go for quite a while and let Bianca hold on to this title for as long as possible. There's going to be other contenders for her moving forward. Obviously, we're going to see Sasha Banks come back at some point in time. But yeah, Bianca is definitely going to retain. All right, let's stick with the women here, and we're going to go over to Raw. This is one I'm struggling with right now. It is Rhea Ripley, the new Raw Women's Champion, taking on former champion Asuka and the newly added to this match to make it a triple threat, Charlotte Flair. Well, the first thing I can guarantee you is Asuka is not winning.
Nope.
Asuka is going to be the one that gets pinned in this match. But who is actually going to pin her? As you and I were talking about off air earlier today, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte did pick up the victory here because Charlotte was supposed to be in the main event at WrestleMania, or in the women's championship match for Raw at WrestleMania, but it's been well known that there was a couple of issues that ended up happening. First of all, the false pregnancy test for her, which took her out of action, and just bad creative. Obviously what happened with Lacey Evans becoming pregnant. So many things happened here. She didn't end up appearing at WrestleMania. She most likely would have been the champion walking out of WrestleMania. So Rhea Ripley was plan D in all of this, and they put the title on her over Asuka. I can't see them, again, much like we said with Bianca and Bayley, I can't see them pulling the title off of Rhea already, but it's WWE. Do they want the title on Charlotte Flair or not? I've been struggling with this one. I've got to go again with, I don't think there's going to be a lot of championship changes on this show. I really don't. Actually looking at it with my, I'm almost second guessing my thoughts here, because with everything I'm going to be predicting, I don't know if I'm going to be predicting any title changes, but I'm going to go with a Rhea Ripley retention here, but wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte ends up winning the title.
I'm going to go with Ripley as well, because she won it, even though she was the D plan. It's also WWE, and they like punishing people for just everything. And Charlotte's got that relation a little bit with Andrade and all that stuff too. So they're weird about that stuff and like punishing. And that could create a bigger feud. Like, but it comes tricky because why would they add her in the last minute?
Well, I think the reason they're doing this, one, is because they realize Rhea Ripley versus Asuka really just isn't the big draw, and they've got to do something for Charlotte. But second of all, are we going to see Alexa Bliss get involved in this match? Now that we know, we saw, spoiler if you didn't see SmackDown tonight, we have new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, as Natalya and Tamina ended up dethroning Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And unless something is added tomorrow morning on Talking Smack or on the bump on Sunday, it doesn't look like there's going to be a rematch as of yet for the Women's Tag Team titles. So the whole thing with Alexa Bliss, with what happened this past Monday night, I think she's going to get involved in this match somehow. And that's what's going to end up costing Charlotte Flair. And that's why I'm going with Rhea Ripley to retain. All right, let's go with the other triple threat match here. It is the WWE Championship. It is the champion, the almighty Bobby Lashley, taking on the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, and the man-made monster, train man, whatever you want to call him, Braun Strowman. Again, Braun Strowman is not going to be the champion. And I don't think the time is right now for Bobby Lashley to lose. And more so, it's not the time for Drew to pick up the championship yet, because if they didn't pull the trigger on it at WrestleMania to have him win in front of fans, they are not going to do it now. Drew McIntyre will not win the WWE Championship back until SummerSlam at the earliest. I wouldn't be surprised if they hold off until Survivor Series, quite honestly. And the reason I say that is because reports have come out this past week that the returning Jinder Mahal is scheduled for a huge feud this summer with Drew McIntyre. And it is not going to be for the WWE Championship. So I'm going to go with a Bobby Lashley retention here. Who's going to take the pin? I don't think it's going to be Strowman. I think Drew McIntyre is either going to be pinned or be taken out by the full Nelson, by Bobby Lashley. But it's going to be Bobby Lashley retaining again.
I think so. And the guys on Wrestle Talk or Wrestling Daily were saying people are kind of tired of Drew. Like, he's been pushed for a year now, since last 2020. And they gave him the belt, and then Lashley has it. And Lashley's a good champion. So why would they take him down already and then just bury him?
But the big question is, who is Lashley's next opponent going to be? I've heard a couple of rumors that it's going to be Braun Strowman, that it would be Lashley versus Strowman at Money in the Bank, which, I'd be okay with. I would be okay with. You've got some opportunities to be able to bring some other people in. But you brought up a point about Drew McIntyre. I think it was Louis Dan Gore from Wrestling Daily had mentioned that Drew McIntyre has been in every championship match with the exception of 2 since WrestleMania of last year. It's time for him to be out of the title picture for a little while. That's why I think a feud with him and Jinder Mahal is actually a good thing. It's not for a title. They do have history together. Yes, it was a 3-man band, but this is going to be a good way to build up Jinder Mahal, and you put Drew into a summer-long program where he's got to earn his way back to the championship. Mm-hmm. That's a good way to do it. So we are in agreement once again. So you are not going with Brian's comment again of going opposite of me, which just means you're smart. We're going to see just how smart you are. All right. People are going to be surprised by what I am going to do last. And this is not the last match. We're going to talk about the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns taking on Cesaro. If I were going to bet any money on any match of the entire show, it would be this one. I would lose money because I'm sure the odds on it would be low. There is no way Cesaro is winning this match clean. There is no way Cesaro is walking out as the Universal Champion. Roman Reigns' time is not yet. Cesaro is not the guy. I could see them potentially doing what they did with Kevin Owens, where Cesaro will get another shot at Money in the Bank, and maybe there will be a stipulation into it. They may even do a series of 3 matches because that's what they did with Roman and KO. It was 3 matches. Over the course of 3.5, 4 months. I could see them potentially doing that with Cesaro. Unless they put Jimmy Uso into the Jey Uso spot from early last fall where he ends up getting a match against Roman, but I don't see that coming anytime soon. This is going to be a great match. Both of these guys are going to put on a phenomenal showcase. I am hoping, just like we saw with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, that there is no shenanigans. There is no outside interference. It's just these 2 guys, or maybe it waits until the very end. But Roman Reigns is going to retain the Universal Championship.
Yep.
I guess the wild card in this, and we did not see him on SmackDown tonight, is Seth Rollins. Could Seth Rollins potentially get involved? I don't think that would be a good thing. I think he needs to stay away from this. Maybe eventually I see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam for the title happening. He's got to stay away from this. I'm hoping he doesn't get involved in it. So you're agreeing on Roman as well?
Uh-huh.
As we're both battling colds and sore throats. That's why we're drinking a lot. Now, this is not going to be the main event. This match most likely will be probably match number 3 of the night. We haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything about any pre-show matches. I get the feeling they will add in one more match because right now there's only 5 matches. And we know the Intercontinental Championship is not going to be defended at Backlash. There's a possibility the United States Championship could be on the line. I think that would be the pre-show match. Will they add anything else? I haven't seen anything. I'm going to check Twitter here real quick. I don't think anything else has been added in, but it could be tomorrow morning. We shall see. I am not seeing anything. So with the final match, it is Damian Priest versus The Miz in a lumberjack match. Why am I leaving this one for last? Because I think I am going to surprise a lot of people with my prediction here. And this is going to be the one that is going to tip me over the edge over Louis Dangor and El Facador Laurie Blake. Both of them picked Damian Priest, thinking this is going to be the end of this feud and Damian's got to go on and win. But as you and I talked about off air, and Sean Ross Sapp, the great Sean Ross Sapp, the great O'Shawn from Fightful Select, and Jen Louise as well on their podcast today, talked about how Damian Priest has gotten a number of wins over the last couple of months over The Miz and Morrison. It doesn't make any sense for him to win one more. Why would you have him win another one? Yes, you could be leading to the breakup of Miz and Morrison. Morrison gets involved and accidentally costs Miz the match. I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on that yet.
Because there's also a lumberjack match. So if Morrison gets involved, there's a lumberjacks.
Yeah, we don't know who the lumberjacks are all going to be, but I think the next feud, whoever it may be, for Damian Priest is going to come out of this match here. And that person is going to end up costing Damian Priest this match. The Miz is going to walk away with the victory over Damian Priest. I'm not going to put the title on the line for that, but I see it happening. I really do. Because this is a good way for Damian Priest to lose a match and it doesn't hurt him at all. It's going to put him into another feud. Miz can move on to something else, maybe coming out of Monday Night Raw, they build towards something else at Money in the Bank. Maybe it's going to be a feud, if there's qualifying matches for Money in the Bank, which I think there should be, Miz will feud with somebody else there. Actually, it'd be kind of cool. Miz versus Morrison for a shot at Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
but we shall see. But I'm going with the Miz to win this match. Obviously, there's going to be some sort of weird interference or whatever because of the lumberjacks.
I was initially going with Damian Priest, but then Sean Ross, when we watched today, made the points of Miz, because why would Miz lose again? Because Wrestling Daily was saying they're like, Miz keeps losing, but then he keeps coming back to ask for a rematch because he keeps losing. So why would he lose again and ask for another rematch? This feud has been going on so long. The way to break it up would be the Miz winning.
Absolutely. Whatever happens, this is going to be the end of this feud. It has to be. Damian Priest has to get far, far away from Miz and Morrison. Maybe he's not on. I would predict that he loses this match, and maybe he's not even on Raw this week. They let Miz and Morrison have some sort of whatever, hopefully not a 25-minute Miz TV segment, but that opens up the feud for the next feud for the Miz and Morrison. Oh, and I just had a really, really sad thought here of what could end up happening. There's been rumors about Velveteen Dream making an appearance very soon. And I believe, he was at Raw on Monday night. I don't know if I don't think they had anything planned for him. Or could he be could he be a surprise lumberjack and he be the one that costs Damian Priest? I think that would be a horrible way to debut him on the main roster.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing Miz versus Velveteen Dream, though, because you can have some entertaining matches there. You put Velveteen Dream into that Damian Priest role. You've got the two veterans, Miz and Morrison, who are really good at having good matches against anybody, and to help build up another young star, just like they've done with Damian Priest. As annoying as this feud has been, Damian Priest has been made to look like a star in these matches. And that's been the whole point of it all, is to help Damian Priest look like a star. So we are both in agreement. We are in agreement across the board here, which I actually don't feel bad, because SRS and Jen Louise on the Fightful Select stream today with their predictions, they matched up 6 for 6 as well. And that's where we are. As far as, like I said, additional matches to be added, the only one I really see possibly happening is the U.S. Championship between Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo. To make up for what ended up happening, they had to call that match short on Monday Night Raw because of an injury. I see Carrillo getting his shot, but it's going to be on the pre-show. I guess they're going to run with 6 matches on this pay-per-view, and it potentially could only be a 2.5. Oh my goodness! Thank you for doing that on screen, Noah. Yeah.
Thought I muted my mic.
Yeah. Yes, Twitch and YouTube are so happy that you did that.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
That
still
was
debating
fun.
between Ziggler, the tag team, and
You're
the
still debating
Mysterios.
on that one?
Yeah.
Well, you got to make your choice here before we get off the stream. I am still sticking with the Dirty Dogs. Definitely going to stick with them to win this. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mysterios win, but I got this funny feeling they're going to hold off on it until, much like Drew McIntyre, they're going to hold off until there are fans in the stands, until they have a live
That's what
crowd.
I'm thinking too, because that would be Dominik's first championship.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. Wait, you're hoping the stream is short, or you're hoping the pay-per-view is short? I wouldn't be surprised if people want the stream to be short.
I think I'm gonna stick with the Dirty Dogs.
All right. Well, we are an even 6 for 6, and just so people know, taking a look at this, yeah, we've got all the same matches here. Louis and El Facador disagree with us. They go with the Mysterios. They disagree with us on Priest and The Miz. They're going with Priest. Louis agreed with both of us on Rhea Ripley. El Facador going with Charlotte. Either one of those is going to be right. Either one of those is going to be right. And we agree on all the other title matches, Bianca, Roman, and Bobby. So it comes down to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
And the women's
And Priest versus The Miz in the Lumberjack match. So we shall see. But I can tell you, I am going to tweet this out. I can tell you, I'm going to keep track of this. And if both of them beat us, I will openly admit it. I will openly admit it to them. But if they don't, they are going to hear about this. And the challenge is going to go out again to whoever the champion ends up being. Yeah, for them, for their matchup for the Jam That Championship, they agreed on everything except for Rhea, Asuka, and Charlotte. It comes down to that match. So if we are right with our prediction of Rhea, Louis Dangor will be the brand new Jam That champion. And the door is wide open. Him and I have talked about this. The door is wide open for a good egg championship versus the Jam That championship. We'll see what ends up happening. I don't know. It should be interesting. This is shaping up actually to be a better pay-per-view than I thought, though quite a few of these matches are no-brainers of who the winners are going to be, but there's a couple that are still kind of up in the air. We shall see. Not going to do a live reaction after. Well, maybe we will do live reactions afterwards. We shall see. Though actually I won't be able to. Well, neither one of us actually are going to be able to watch half of the show live on Sunday night because of other obligations we have. I will be trying to keep close tabs on Twitter of what's going on, and I'll keep you updated. Maybe we won't be able to do live reactions just simply because we're not going to be able to watch most of the pay-per-view. We shall see. But I will be back. Thank you very much to WrestleScope Jr. Noah. Thank you for jumping in the stream. He's going to be a more regular part of the channel here as we move forward with the 61 days of WrestleScope. This is day number 44. Woo! Man, it's been a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of stuff on this channel. And oh my goodness, I just turned and looked at my TV. I decided on the Peacock Network to put on the very first Backlash, and it's the Godfather versus Goldust with the blue meanie.
Ryan's comment's true. Vince will find a way to mess up the pay-per-view.
Oh, Vince always finds a way to mess up the pay-per-view, which means Braun's going to win, and Braun's going to win. That'd be the way to mess up the pay-per-view. Yeah, I didn't get a chance. There, we'll get his comment up. Yep, He will find a way to mess up the pay-per-view. You're probably right on that. All right, I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what time WrestleScope Weekly is going to be. I've got to figure out the schedule. It's probably going to be an earlier time tomorrow. And actually, I might actually put a call out to have somebody else join me for the show tomorrow. It's going to be on really short notice, but this person I'm hoping might be available depending on what time I can actually do this. But it will be, well, actually, no, I could do an evening one too. We'll see. We'll have to see. I have to put a call out to somebody. Nate. No, we're not Cameron Grimes. We're not going to the moon. Though we'd end up having to have an appearance by Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase would have to come in, and I gotta say, all right, I was going to talk about this tomorrow, but since Nate brought it up, those segments have been awesome on NXT. I have popped so hard for the Cameron Grimes, Ted DiBiase segments. I can't wait for more. I want that to continue on. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. He is WrestleScope Jr. Noah. I am John from WrestleScope. Thank you very much for joining us. Leave your predictions in the comments. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Do you think we're crazy, or do you think we're right? I want to know. And make sure you give this channel a like, a subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you can be updated every time we are live, or, well, anytime we put content up. I'm John. He's Noah. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in for the 61 days of WrestleScope and our WrestleMania Backlash predictions. Bye.